You are still having a powerful week. You came into this week ready, fired up, ready to step into this portal, ready to step into this energy, understanding why you were tired, understanding why you are integrating. And then as the week progressed, your triggers started showing up. The things that you thought you had matured through, you had grown through, started to show up. And Spirit wants us to know that they're not showing up to make you start to second guess yourself, start to second guess your choices, your decisions, or even to start to second guess your momentum or your motivation. The triggers are showing up because you deserve to see how good it can get. And the only way you can see how good it can get is if you still see what needs refinement, what still needs to be released, and what still needs to be healed. And this week is the little things. It's those little things that kind of put you out of sorts. It's those little things that, even though you move forward with your day, still remain in the back of your head. And Spirit is asking you to see and face the refinement, face the residue that comes with these little things. Because as you begin to shift the behaviors, the habits, and the mindset that is connected to, if you still judge people too much, if you still need to move with compassion, if you still need financial structures placed in to support yourself, if you still need to release those relationships, admit to any of your guilt or your shame that you're carrying, really start to do the work to understand where it's coming from, where the seed was planted, so you can release the guilt and the shame, why the trigger is even there in the first place. That's why it's showing up this week. That's why it's showing up like a fly, like a gnat, like a not even like a thorn in your side. It's not taking you out, but it is irritating you. It's a little scary, but you've been through worse. And Spirit is saying it's showing up this week because as you bet on yourself, you will be shown what needs refinement. You will be shown what residue needs to be released. It needs to be healed because as those things are moved out of the way, as those things are healed, as those things release, you ascend. You integrate, you ascend, and it gets better. You integrate, you ascend, and the blessings come. You integrate, you ascend, and the miracles happen. So give yourself some grace as the triggers start to come up. You are not being punished. You are not being humbled. You are not being kicked down the sides, is a phrase that I'm hearing. You are truly just being asked to keep going. You are being asked to keep going and to refine what needs to be released and what needs to be healed. And this is the part that we just don't like because we're on a we get on a high when we know we're like doing the thing. And then God is like, yes, and then we have to sit down and we have to reflect and then we have to go do the work. But when we're in the cycle of doing the work, it gets easier to sit with it and move through it. We can bounce back quicker. And that's a part of the experience too. We can bounce back quicker. That's a part of the healing. We can step back into our gratitude quicker, back into our joy quicker, back into our happiness quicker. And I think Spirit is also trying to show us how far we've come by allowing the triggers to happen. I'm going to let you be triggered by that thing that I know that's not completely healed because I want you to see that now it only takes you a day to kind of snap back into it rather than in a month. Now I want you to see that you are more leaning towards letting Spirit step in, asking for guidance within yourself rather than calling 8 people. I just want you to see your growth. I'm letting you get triggered because I want you to see your growth, because I want you to see how far you come. And I still want you to see what residue still needs to be cleared. So we're not being punished this week. We're continuing down this yes and journey. The fire horse is not asking you to be repulsive and reactive. It's asking you to respond. It's asking you to fine tune so that as you continue to move forward and as you continue to integrate, you can do it consistently and you can sustain yourself. You're not supposed to burn out in this chapter. You're not supposed to overwork or be hypervigilant. You are supposed to be sustainable and steady and consistent. And so that means becoming more efficient with being who you are, even in your healing. So it was on my heart to share it because you're not alone. You're not feeling it alone. You're not losing your momentum. You're not falling off. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. We are exactly where we are supposed to be. It's just a little fine tune. Don't mean it feel good. We still got feelings. Doesn't mean it feels good, but it does feel necessary. It's necessary. And we will be better for it. The blessings will be better for it. And as we take a breath, we are still sitting currently in a really amazing chapter. You got this. We got this.